know anything about Charlie Kirk's parents. I just saw a video about this, and it had literally never occurred to me that no one is talking about. We have not heard from or seen footage of anybody other than Erika and the freaking vice president and Usha anywhere involved in the situation.
Y'all, did Dave Chappelle just pull the plug on Erika Kirk's entire sympathy tour? Because if what he's saying is true, Charlie Kirk's death wasn't just a tragedy, it was a full-blown cover-up wrapped in fake tears and political theater. For months, everyone's been wondering why Charlie's parents suddenly vanished from the spotlight, refusing to even acknowledge Erika, and now Dave says he knows exactly why. He's allegedly dropping receipts that could shatter the picture-perfect image Erika has been selling since day one. So grab your popcorn, baby, because whatever Dave just revealed might finally explain why Charlie Kirk's own family cut her off for good. So, here's where the plot gets darker than a late-night Netflix conspiracy documentary. After weeks of silence, Dave Chappelle allegedly went off script during one of his closed-door comedy sessions in New York and dropped what fans are calling the final nail in Erika Kirk's reputation. Finn! According to insiders who were there that night, Dave didn't just joke, he exposed. He told the crowd that Charlie Kirk's parents have completely cut ties with Erika, claiming they found out things about her that changed everything. And, baby, when Dave starts a story with "they told me not to talk about this," you already know something wild is about to follow. Let's rewind a bit. Remember how right after Charlie's mysterious shooting, everyone expected a massive, emotional family front? You know, the usual parents giving teary statements, friends holding vigils, maybe even a few Fox News tributes. But instead, crickets, no parents, no siblings, not even a random cousin stepping forward. It was only Erika. She was everywhere: TV interviews, press conferences, charity events, acting like she was the sole guardian of Charlie's legacy. At first, the media played along, but as the weeks went on, even loyal Turning Point fans started asking the same question Dave's now screaming: where is Charlie's family? And why are they ghosting her? And now Dave Chappelle says he knows. According to his alleged inside source, someone he claims used to work in Charlie's inner circle, Charlie's parents discovered communications that proved Erika had been in contact with federal agents weeks before the shooting. Allegedly, she was asked to keep an eye on what Charlie was working on, his upcoming project about campaign money laundering, and report any irregular activity. Now, that sounds like spy movie nonsense, right? But this is exactly how Dave framed it on stage, half joking, half serious, letting the audience laugh before the chill set in. He supposedly said, "Man, when your parents find out your wife been forwarding emails to the feds, that ain't marriage, that's surveillance." The crowd laughed nervously, but then he doubled down. He said Charlie's parents confronted Erika privately before the funeral, demanding answers. She allegedly broke down, crying, but refused to hand over her phone, claiming it was part of an active investigation. And that's when, according to Dave, Charlie's mother told her, "If you love my son, you tell the truth." Boom. That's the moment. Dave claims the entire Kirk family split from Erika for good. And it gets messier. Apparently, there were already cracks in the family long before the tragedy. People close to the Kirks had noticed that Charlie was changing in the months leading up to the shooting, growing paranoid, canceling events, and telling close friends he was being watched. One anonymous Turning Point staffer even leaked that Charlie once stormed into the office yelling, "I'm not your puppet," before firing 2 aides on the spot. At the time, nobody knew who he was talking to. Now, thanks to Dave's alleged revelation, people are piecing together that maybe, just maybe, he was talking about Erika. The internet, of course, lost its mind. Within hours of the clip circulating, hashtags like #ErikaExposed and #FreeTheKirks started trending. People began digging through old interviews, noticing tiny details that suddenly looked sinister: Erika cutting reporters off mid-question, her weirdly calm demeanor at the memorial, the way she referred to Charlie's parents in past tense. "They were very proud of him," she said once. "Were, girl? What do you mean were?" The man hadn't even been buried yet. even conservative commentators started side-eyeing her. One fake but believable leaked memo from a Turning Point staffer said, "We've been advised not to involve the family in public appearances due to ongoing tensions," another alleged internal email, supposedly from a communications director, warned staff to avoid referencing parental statements because the family is not aligned with current messaging. If that doesn't scream PR damage control, I don't know what does. But Dave didn't stop there. He supposedly told the audience that the reason the Kirks cut off Erika wasn't just emotional betrayal, it was money. He claimed that Charlie's parents had been quietly funding several of his political projects for years. And when they started asking for transparency after his death, Erika allegedly froze them out of all accounts tied to Charlie's foundation. Within weeks, she'd reportedly rebranded the foundation under her own name, filed new tax paperwork, and transferred several donations to a private trust. And according to Dave's alleged contact, the feds looked the other way because Erika was too connected to certain people upstairs. The wildest part? Dave supposedly called it out directly. You ever notice how she keeps talking about Charlie's mission, but never about Charlie the man? That's because she inherited the brand, not the love. That one line lit up social media like a Christmas tree. Clips of the show were reposted everywhere, with captions like, "Dave said what we were all thinking and Charlie's. Parents tried to warn us." Some fans started speculating that Erika had been promised political protection if she helped suppress information about what Charlie was investigating before he died. Theories multiplied, everything from deep state hit job to marital betrayal gone nuclear. And while none of this has been proven, obviously people are treating Dave's rant like gospel. He's being hailed online as the whistleblower of Hollywood, even though no one's sure if he's serious or trolling. But that's what makes this so dangerous. His comments have reignited every suspicion that's been simmering since the day of the shooting. As one viral tweet put it, Dave just said out loud what Charlie's parents couldn't. Erika is not a widow. She's the cover story, and with that, the entire internet turned its gaze back on Erika Kirk, demanding answers she still hasn't given. But y'all, if you think that's the end of the tea, buckle up. Because what came next, the supposed proof Dave hinted at, as everyone questioning whether Erika's entire public image was a setup from the start. And here's where it goes from weird to straight up wild. Because right after Dave's revelation, anonymous insiders started flooding Reddit and underground blogs with what they call the Kirk family files, allegedly. These files showed months of silent power struggles between Erika and Charlie's family over his estate, media rights, and that mysterious Turning Point legacy fund, you know? The one that suddenly went missing from the books right after Charlie's memorial tour? Yeah, that one. According to one insider, who claimed to be part of the Kirk family's former PR team, Erika tried to rebrand the entire Kirk Foundation into a lifestyle empire centered around her. She wanted to turn tragedy into branding. And listen, this isn't just gossip. This was allegedly backed up by emails, leaked screenshots, and suspicious wire transfers that conveniently aligned with Erika's sudden new mansion purchase in Nashville. Meanwhile, Dave Chappelle's commentary sent social media into absolute chaos. Twitter, or X, whatever Ellen's calling it this week, went nuclear. One user posted, "If what Dave said is true, Erika's been running the ultimate sympathy scam." Another added, "She's been crying on camera while cashing checks behind the scenes. Sounds like influencer 101 to me. But what really got people's attention was how Charlie Kirk's own parents responded, or rather, didn't respond. The Kirks, who used to be heavily involved in their son's political empire, suddenly went silent. No public statements, no charity appearances, nothing. According to one tabloid report, the family completely cut communication with Erika after she attempted to trademark Charlie's name for a fashion and media line. Now, imagine the optics. You've got Dave Chappelle, a comedian known for calling out hypocrisy, dropping cryptic lines about fake faith and fake loyalty, right around the time a widowed influencer is accused of monetizing her husband's memory. It's like reality TV met political satire and decided to crash burn together. But Erika wasn't about to go down quietly. She fired back in true influencer fashion with a glossy, tearful Instagram live titled My Truth in it. She claimed Dave's comments were dangerous lies meant to discredit a grieving woman. She even added, "Dave doesn't know what I've been through. People love tearing down a widow because they can't stand seeing a woman rebuild herself." Oh, she played that card perfectly. The lighting, the soft piano music, the strategically placed family photo in the background, it was straight out of the PR handbook. But unfortunately for her, people weren't buying it. Comments were flooded with clown emojis, "Girl, stop lying" replies. And even a few dropped the receipts or dropped the act lines. Then came the real kicker. Someone leaked what they claimed was an unreleased audio recording between Erika and Charlie's parents. In the clip, you can allegedly hear Erika arguing over who controls Charlie's personal archives and posthumous media appearances. The audio quality was terrible, but the emotion? Real enough to spark a full-blown social media meltdown. Erika can be heard saying, "I'm not letting you erase me from Charlie's story." To which a woman's voice, believed to be Charlie's mother, fires back, "You erased yourself when you sold his legacy for sponsorship deals. Who you, if that's even halfway legit?" It's brutal. Of course, Erika's rep denied everything. They called it deepfake audio created by political trolls, but that only added fuel to the fire. Because within hours, #deepfakewidow started trending. TikTok sleuths began dissecting her interviews frame by frame, pointing out inconsistencies in her stories. One viral video even claimed her tears in a recent podcast were AI generated. Obviously satire, but by then, perception had become reality. Meanwhile, Dave kept quiet. No interviews, no clarifications, just that one cryptic podcast moment that started it all. Which only made things worse for Erika, because when Dave Chappelle says something, people assume he knows something. Then, out of nowhere, a former Turning Point staffer named Liam D came forward on YouTube, claiming that Erika's whole brand was built on controlling the narrative. He alleged she used private access to Charlie's old contacts, booking speaking gigs under the guise of continuing his mission, while pocketing appearance fees. He even showed what he said was a contract listing Erika as both beneficiary and speaker rep. That revelation lit the internet on fire. Suddenly, the question wasn't whether Dave was telling the truth, it was, how much did he know, and how long had he known it? Reddit threads were spinning theories that Dave had personal ties to someone in the Kirk inner circle. Some said he did a private gig for them years ago and saw the dysfunction firsthand. Others believed he was tipped off by conservative insiders fed up with Erika's rebranding campaign. The irony? While all this chaos unfolded, Erika kept posting like nothing was wrong. Sponsored skincare reels, faith-based merch drops, Monday motivation posts, the whole thing. It was like watching someone pose on the Titanic while the ship's already halfway underwater, and yet, behind the scenes, her world was reportedly crumbling. One outlet alleged that the Kirk estate quietly filed an injunction to freeze her access to joint accounts pending an asset audit. Another hinted that she'd been disinvited from the upcoming Turning Point Tribute Gala, the same event she helped organize last year. So now, the question everyone's asking is, did Dave accidentally expose a grieving widow, or did he finally say out loud what Charlie's family's been too polite to admit? Because if these leaks are even half true, Erika's entire empire might have been built on secrets that were never supposed to see the light of day. And it's right there, in that uncertainty, that this story takes an even darker turn. That darker turn started just days later, when new reports claimed the Kirk family had officially moved to cut Erika off from all public and financial ties to Charlie's legacy. According to one exclusive obtained by a late-night tabloid, a sealed court filing revealed that the family accused Erika of exploiting the Kirk name for personal enrichment and political manipulation. And baby, if that's true, she might be facing not just social cancellation, but legal consequences. But here's the twist: this wasn't just a family feud anymore. It was turning into a political and cultural wildfire. Within hours of the alleged filing, conservative blogs began publishing investigations on Erika's so-called lavish widow life. Fake receipts surfaced online showing her purchasing designer handbags, first-class tickets, and private wellness retreats, allegedly using money from Charlie's posthumous charity fund. It didn't matter that none of it could be verified. The damage was done. The internet had already decided that Erika was guilty. And of course, Dave Chappelle's name was right back in the mix. Because the same week this blew up, he dropped a new stand-up special teaser where he joked, "Some people cry on podcasts, some people cash out their husband's GoFundMe. Who am I to judge?" Cue the gasps, the headlines, the think pieces. It wasn't even clear if he was talking about Erika, but everyone knew he was talking about Erika. You could practically feel her PR team panicking through the screen. She posted a now deleted statement saying, "This has gone too far. My family is being harassed. My grief is being mocked, and Dave Chappelle has turned my pain into a punchline." But that only made it worse. Because the moment she mentioned Dave by name, she gave the internet exactly what it wanted. A reason to keep digging. Next came a so-called insider expose from a former producer at Turning Point who claimed Erika had been warned multiple times about her spending and her insistence on attaching her brand to Charlie's political identity. In one alleged text exchange, she's seen saying, "They can't silence me. I'm the one carrying his torch now," and right underneath it, the supposed reply from a staffer, "Carrying it? You turned it into merch." Then, as if the scandal hadn't already hit peak absurdity, TMZ-style blogs started reporting that the Kirk family had completely barred Erika from the family estate in Arizona. One drone video even showed her being escorted out by private security, though skeptics argued it could have been staged or filmed elsewhere. Still, that didn't stop millions from watching. At this point, social media turned into a full-blown circus. Half the internet was calling Erika America's favorite widow gone wild, while the other half was demanding justice for Charlie, and somewhere in between, a small army of armchair detectives started piecing together Erika's old deleted posts, trying to find proof that she'd planned her image reboot all along. But here's where things really took a left turn. Because a leaked memo from a family legal representative claimed that Charlie's parents had been quietly cooperating with federal auditors investigating mismanagement of charitable donations linked to the Turning Point Foundation. Now, that's not confirmed, but if even a fraction of it holds water, Erika could be facing fraud investigations faster than you can say rebranding gone wrong. The irony of all this: Dave Chappelle didn't even say her name once in his reveal. He just dropped a few pointed jokes about influencers who find faith when the followers go up, and boom, the internet did the rest. It's like he lit the match and stepped back to watch the whole structure burn. And honestly, that's the power of a well-timed truth bomb in today's world. Dave didn't need to accuse her directly. All he had to do was plant the seed of doubt once the public got a whiff of hypocrisy. They tore through Erika's life like investigative journalists on caffeine now. With the Kirk family distancing themselves and the legal rumors piling up, Erika's brand is hanging by a thread. Sponsors have reportedly paused collaborations, her podcast's latest episode mysteriously vanished, and her Faith and Fame clothing line has been bombed with one-star reviews. Even her fan base, the loyal EK Angels, seems divided. Some are still defending her, insisting she's being attacked for being a woman in faith, while others are begging her to just log off before it gets worse. Meanwhile, Dave's out here touring arenas, cracking jokes, and sipping metaphorical tea while everyone else's reputations are going up in flames. He hasn't issued a single apology, clarification, or follow-up because, honestly, he doesn't need to. The narrative has already taken on a life of its own. But behind all the memes and think pieces, there's a darker undertone, because if this saga taught the internet anything, It's that once the public decides someone's fake the truth doesn't even matter anymore. Erika might be innocent, she might be guilty, but perception has already sentenced her. And that's the part Dave Chappelle seems to understand better than anyone else. His whole career has been about holding a mirror up to culture, even if people don't like what they see. And this time, that mirror just happened to catch the reflection of a woman who built her brand on tragedy and maybe forgot where the line between authenticity and opportunism actually was now. The last rumor floating around, apparently, Erika's trying to pitch a documentary to reclaim her story, supposedly titled The Widow's Truth. Whether it's redemption or just another PR stunt, we'll find out soon enough, because one thing's for sure after this scandal, Erika Kirk will never be seen the same way again. And as for Dave, well, he's probably somewhere smirking, knowing that one offhand joke just reshaped an entire narrative. He didn't just reveal a secret, he revealed how fragile public image really is. So now, with the Kirk family cutting ties, the internet turning on Erika, and the world waiting for her next move, one question lingers in the air. Did Dave Chappelle just tell the truth? Or did he just ruin another reputation for the sake of a laugh? And that's the wild saga, folks. From comedy stage to courtroom whispers, Dave Chappelle might have just cracked open a secret no one was supposed to touch. But what do you think? Was Erika Kirk really exploiting Charlie's legacy? Or did Dave just take a cheap shot that spiraled out of control? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is still unfolding and the receipts keep getting darker. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss the next viral truth bomb, only here on Lumi Legacy, where reality gets exposed one scandal at a time.